One would outweigh all of them. It seems like one would outweigh all of them. Yeah, it seems like one would outweigh all of them. It's like one would outweigh. One would outweigh all of them. Okay. So let's get into our lesson. Now, uh, we are going to look at the MACD, which is the moving average convergence divergence indicator. And provide simple basics. The way the coin is taking our money. Chey, chey. This coin is good, guys. This is a very good coin. Let me see how long will I float. But it will have some floating loss. But in the bigger time frame, it's a good coin. But there will be some floating loss. So make sure you trade with margin calls. Because in the shorter time frame, my friend, the coin is going down. But in the bigger time frame, the coin looks good. Okay, so let me focus on why we are here. So the indicator that is inbuilt in Royalq, but specifically we are going to focus on the 15 minutes time frame because that's why it operates, is called MACD. Okay, MACD. So MACD is a very simple indicator because it has what we call the moving averages. So these two lines, these ones, they are moving averages. Okay, they are moving averages. Basically as simple as that. So these two lines are of different colors. I will not dig deep into the indicator because my role of teaching is just to bring understanding, is not to complicate the cycle of the nation. Take you back. Is not to complicate the lesson. Is just to make sure that someone is able to understand. So the MACD is a very simple indicator. I know we have looked at it in the past, so I'm just trying to emphasize. So it has these two lines. And these two lines are easy to interpret. They are not hard. But apart from the two lines, this indicator, I think now, it's okay now, I think I can buy. By the other time, The market was showing me a different approach. Okay. Hmm. 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 Just a minute, guys. Hmm. All right. So this indicator is very easy simply because it is this one here, by the way. It's very easy because it has these two lines. Okay. It has these two lines, and these two lines are not the only things that this indicator has. This indicator has a zero line that separates the green bars or the green histograms that you see here. It also separates the green and the red. So the red are below the zero line and the green are above the zero line. So that is very important that you need to know that there is a line that separates the red histograms and also separates the green histograms. So the green histograms are above the zero line and the red histograms are below the zero line. As simple as that. Now, what happens? These two lines, the MACD has two lines, and these two lines usually cross one another. So they can make the crossover below the zero line, or they can make the crossover above the zero line. So they can make a crossover below the zero line, or they can make that crossover above the zero line. As simple as that. And so, when they make the crossover, it is called a golden cross. And usually, in most cases, the market does well. Is that hard? You know me, when I'm teaching, I just want to simplify my lesson. I don't want to overcomplicate things. Is that hard? Is it easy to understand? As simple as that. Is it? I'm not here to discuss coins. Is it easy to understand? As simple as that. So when the crossover happens, the market, in most cases, it does well. So the crossover can happen below the zero line, or the crossover can happen above the zero line. If you have understood, give me a one in the chat. And when it happens, in most cases, the market does well. As simple as that. Okay? As simple as that. So when you come to your Royalq, yeah, and you want to trade, You tap on create martingale strategy bot. Then you come on the coin. You put in your settings as you want them. Then you come here on advanced. You change from, maybe me, I was using KDJ. Then you put MACD and you put in the golden cross. So the golden cross, we have said it can happen above the zero line or it can happen below the zero line. So what they are trying to show you here is you want your robot to buy when it is, or when it is. So the first one, I think, means greater than zero, meaning that the crossover has happened above the zero line. Hey, good. High five. High five. High five. Okay, so as simple as that. So when I say I want my crossover to happen above the zero line, then my robot, once it happens, let my robot buy. If I want it to happen below the zero line, let my robot buy when it is below the zero line. So you have a choice, either above the zero line or below the zero line. So when it happens below the zero line or above the zero line, your robot will buy. I'll definitely say that when I have learned from many people about the MACD, but my main mentor who taught me about MACD, that guy is coming from a country, I think, of, is he a Philippine? I think that guy is a Philippine. He told me that using the MACD, the challenge with this MACD that we are using here, we are using it in a shorter time frame. He told me that you buying a coin when the crossover is below the zero line is usually the best. Okay, when it is below the zero line is usually the best. Why? Because you have more range of the coin. For example, let's take ARC. You see, a person who bought this coin here, when the crossover happened below the zero line, got more chances when the coin went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, than a person who bought at only at this point. So if someone could ask me, I would say that because now this, so you see it is waiting for the robot, for the market to make the crossover below the zero line. So once the market crosses, the robot will be able to buy. Is that hard? No, my role is to see how I simplify these things as simple as possible. So that is how you easily trade. That's how you easily trade. And the beauty about that is that in our second class, we are going to look at how you manage your capital, because I have tested. For the last few days, I'm not doing any technical analysis. I am testing, because the reason why I'm testing is that I have said it before that automating the robot could be the best thing. So this XRP is not involved, but I'm picking up some coins that are more volatile than others. I'm also looking at how this would generally work out. But according to my simple, the way this coin is going, who is chasing it? It is dipping every day, but then it's well, because it's going to be delisted. So if it continues, then I'll just transfer to another exchange. But according to my research so far, I would say the following. Number one, because I haven't finished my research. This is the research. I'm still doing my research. But so far, according to my research, on the three indicators, the KDJ, the RSI, and the MACD, on these three. This one I have already tested. This one I have tested, but not so much. But I want to tell you that this, and let me explain why. When you look at these coins here, it is true that these coins have given, they have been profiting. I will not say they have not. They have been making sales. But because the KDJ, the KDJ is a real-time indicator, and the MACD is a lagging indicator. This will always get into the market very fast. This will not get into the market very fast, but this will avoid what we call false movements. So if someone would like to apply this strategy of using indicators to trade, because it is really very good, because number one, it makes money for you all the time. I would advise that the MACD would be the best. Why? Because it is a lagging indicator. It does not give false moves in the market. The other one causes your robot to buy very fast, but in most cases, you might get affected when there is downward movement in the market. I see someone crying in the chat. Me, these are not issues. Me, floating loss is no business. Although the floating loss usually is not much, because I'm not doing any technical analysis while picking these coins. I'm just applying indicators for 2 days now. For 2 days. So I haven't finished because now I know the picking of coins using indicators works. That's number one. It works. Now I know it works. Now, number two is coming up with a good strategy. For example, I've used it for 2 days, for three now. Let me take this day. When you look at this day, usually me, when I'm analyzing a strategy, I look at so many things. Now, number one, you find that this robot was able to buy and sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 times. Meaning that when I go to a calculator, it means the indicators work. Now, where I'm working on is that this robot was able to do it 23 times. Okay. And if the money invested per coin, because the other issue is that if a coin has a very good momentum, the robot will not stay in for a very long time. So if the robot gets in very fast, for example, if you look at these two coins here, yes, there is usually a profit, but me, I'm not a person of $2. I'm not a person of $2, $3. Yeah, I'm a person because I keep on testing different strategies. For example, I have ever tested a strategy. This was a strategy also I tested. I think this was around December. I was testing a certain strategy. I don't stick to strategies simply because I want to. My goal of trading is not about me making a lot of money. My goal of trading is usually having simple ways that can enable so many people make money. There's a day I tested the strategy, another strategy, and it is highly profitable, but it is not easy to duplicate. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone. The strategy that I tested here during this time in December when the market was a little bit better, the strategy pays good money, but it is not easy that anybody can learn it. All right. It is time consuming. Number one. Number two, it is skill based. Although I'm here to teach skills, my goal of trading is not that me, I become very rich. My goal of trading is to find simple ways that can enable so many people become very rich. So I usually do not want to focus on myself. I want to focus on finding simplified things that can enable people to make money. Now, 2 days ago, this is where I started testing different strategies. Now, me to prove a strategy is not about the profit. Now, I know the strategy works. Now, where I'm going to put my focus is providing better settings that can allow the strategy now be able to at least deliver a minimum of $100. So when I compare, mm, are we following? No. No, someone has written to me a very long letter here in my chat that you should focus on becoming rich. It is never my focus. You you stay in your lane. For you, if your goal of trading is you becoming rich, then you do that. Me, it is never my goal. Me, my goal is to provide better systems that can create so many rich people. Me, I'm managing my malls. For you, I'm managing your shop. So, a person who's managing a mall, who understands that philosophy? Anybody understand? So me, I'm focusing on how my malls could perform better. And so for you are focusing on how your shop could perform better. So we have a different philosophy. So someone so we we have we have a different philosophy. Minimum of $100 per hour. Yes, $1,000, $1,000. So we have a different philosophy. Me, I want so many people to to become rich. Me, my goal is getting malls better. So not me. Me, I don't want my shop because my shop, my shop, my shop, my shop can only depend on me. But I want to make sure that my malls they can do better than a single shop. Okay. So now I would like you to add me some more time. Okay, so I now know that it is very easy. This does not require any technical skill, but also I have come up with there is a list here. Let me try to see if I can share it of some of the coins. I have a friend of mine who's a very rich man. I will not mention him here. He's a very rich man. I will not mention him here. And we together we have looked at a couple of coins, okay, that usually are good volatile. They are more volatile than others. So I want to drop the list in the chat. I want to drop the list in the chat. And these coins are volatile because that's where the money is. How many of you are understanding what I'm teaching? That you want to be able to to have continuous money making strategies. How many of you are following? Not depending on technical analysis. I'm not a guy who loves to be on charts. So here is the list, and I don't say these coins are not risky, but it has a list of 30 coins. They are risky, but they are profitable. Zero technical analysis. These are highly coins that go high, come down. They could not be the best, so I don't want people to complain in my chat that they could not be the best. But these coins are very good. They are volatile. They go up and come down. So when you apply an indicator on them, that whenever maybe a golden cross happens below the zero line, let the coin make an entry for you, and you put them in a cycle, they would be able to profit you in a super way. Does that make sense? I'm not loyal to any cryptocurrency. That one I want to repeat it over and over. So my lesson is a little bit specific. Okay. It is not, I don't want you to die with the skills, but I want you to make the money. Now, so let's apply the skill. So let's start with PROS. PROS is one of the coins that when you go to Binance, it is about to, it is on the on the coins that are on the red mark with Binance. But that doesn't make PROS a bad coin. I think I'm trying to create sense. That doesn't make PROS a bad coin. Okay. Now, okay, let's start. So you want to trade, I'll pick PROS. It is going to be it's not going to be delisted, but it is on the I don't know if I'm clear. Let me first start with BNX. BNX has given me a lot of money. I don't know why I ran away. This is BNX. Can you see transactions of BNX? Guys, do you see? This was BNX. Very good coin, very profitable. So let me start with BNX. The other time I was applying the KDJ, hope you see, but now I want to go in for the MACD. When the golden cross happens, less than zero. In 15 minutes, I want my robot to buy. So as simple as that. The challenge with this is that, so, okay. Now, the coin will stay here like this and bolt. Then the second coin. Now, the beauty about this is that you can even go ahead, come here on coin management, and remove all other coins that are not of your interest and only stay with those that are of your interest. For example, let me say I want to create only this list. These are the coins I basically look at. So it means that I will come here, spend time, remove all these. Does that make sense to someone? Then I leave only those that are of my interest. Am I speaking to somebody? I have many, and maybe me personally, I'm not interested in them. So I can come spend time here and remove them. Oh, look here, friends. Even if you don't do that, when you want to trade, for example, to create a trade, what Royalq will do, it will bring your favorite coins, coins that you usually trade. And when you keep on trading those coins, they will come in your favorite. So they will be the only coins that appear here on your favorite list. So removing to me may not work out best. So you look for a coin. No, it is teaching time. We are teaching. No. We are teaching. Okay. Okay. No. Go and drive the car. Go and drive. Okay. I don't know whether it's getting clear, but you have a choice. So another coin on our list is hard. So it's hard. So you want to make an entry when there is a golden cross, but make sure you trade with margin calls. Now, the other issue that I want to discuss that I found as a problem doing my analysis is that there should be a lot of wallet management, because if it's not there, you may pick a lot of coins and your money gets stuck in so many coins. So this also I think I'm going to handle in the next class. All right. So there should be a lot of wallet management, because as long as wallet management is there, I believe someone can automatically make cool money. Someone can automatically make cool money. That was my main lesson for today. I believe there is another coin here on the list. I love it. Lumia. Lumia. So just add my story. So this is a good way of trading, simply because you don't need any skill. You just need to manage your wallet. Number two, you don't need to wait for anyone. That's where signals, you don't even need to do any technical analysis. You just apply the strategy and wait for the crossover to happen. And once it will happen, the robot will buy. The beauty about the strategy is that if the coin moves in your favor, it will always move out and stay this waiting for another entry. So it's like you are trading one shot. Okay, the beauty is about the cycle strategy. If someone you have your capital, even if you don't have the capital, you want to work on a goal. I'll take it back to the previous skills, I think, starting tomorrow. You want to work on a goal. How many people here are totally interested in financial freedom? How many people here are totally interested in financial freedom? You are totally interested in financial freedom. Okay, now let me paint, because when you want to, you don't type all of us, because you are not in anybody's life. It's you alone. So you want to paint a goal, for example. Let me show you a goal. If there are 30 coins that I've given you on the list, if each coin gives you $2 a day, those are $60 without you needing to be on markets, without you needing to do anything. Those are $60. If each coin gives you $2 a day, those are $60. In a good market, if each coin gives you $10, those are $300. But you may find that for you to trade all the 30 coins, you at least need to make sure that you have at least $250 per coin. At least $250, because when you go with the $200 along the journey, sometimes you may get some issues. Number two is that you want to make sure that at least $150 go into the coin very fast, so that if this coin rises, it can give you, let me say, maximum 2%, which is $3. Am I speaking now? Which is $3. So when the coin gets into the market with 150, those are $3. You are sure that you will get your $3 back home. Or maybe 1.2%, which is 1.8, close to $2. So if each coin, so you have 250, according to my experience, and the 150, you want it to go into the coin very fast. I'm going to dig deep into the second class, and the $100 to help you with margin calls. Definitely, you'll apply the AI, because once the 150 gets in, you have already hit your goal. You know, the 150 times $1.2, you are able to get, sorry, times 1.2%, you are able to get $1.8. So if 1.8 is able to happen maybe on 10 coins, that's 18. On 15 coins, that is 27. If you go in for 30 coins, that is $54 a day. Because here you are not applying skills of being on the market, technical analysis, Am I creating understanding? No, I'm counting on floating loss. Someone is saying I'm not counting on floating loss. How many of you discovered that I'm counting on floating loss? I'm counting on floating loss. I know it is there. I know it is there. I know it is there. It is never worry. I know it exists. And basically, uh, you can be able to be sure that every day you can pocket some money. Now, how do you maximize? So you switch on the AI margin call. Yes. You are not compounding because you're automating your trades. Unless because when your coin sells, then you come back and change the first buy because it will not buy again. Uh, It will not buy again after the coin has sold. So it will stay stuck, but it will give you right entries. But on the three, the MACD will always delay to make new entries in the market. The KDJ will be moderate, and the RSI will always take in your trades very fast. Now, how do you maximize? Because at the end of the day, you will find that you will always have lagging capital. I don't know if someone is now able to understand. At the end of the day, you will have some capital that is usually there, but it's unused. Does someone make sense? This is just little. But you will always have money in your account that is never used. I don't know if I'm trying to bring in a different perspective. You'll have money that is never used. Now, That's where these other skills come in play, the technical analysis skills. That now, when you spend some time and you own the market, you will find some good trades. Now you will use one shot. Here you are applying a continuous cycle mode. And when you find a good coin, you apply a one shot and you try to maximize the remaining capital. But if you don't even apply this, this will continuously give you money. But it will never get you stuck. But if you compare the two, because these coins here, apart from XRP, these coins here, all of you remember recently the market went down. How many of you saw the market sparked a downward movement? But generally, you will see that even if the market sparked a downward movement, the floating loss is not too much. Am I creating understanding? The other thing I have, because me, I test things. The other thing I have discovered that even when the markets go down, the loss is not too much. I don't know if I'm creating understanding. Is that yes, there is floating loss, but the floating loss is not too much. I don't know if I'm trying to bring understanding. There is that floating loss because the markets really went down. Floating loss using indicators is not a serious one because I'm not changing anything. And let me get back. But this one is not a good volatile coin. So that's why it's back to one shot. I just wanted to go through. But these ones that are good, I'm returning them back to cycle. So that when they move out, let them come in again. But this time around, not using the KDJ, but this time around using the MACD. I want to go in with the MACD when it is less than. And I don't need it to be on markets. I just need to because I just don't need it to be on the markets. But you see, guys, you see, I want to tell you the stone fact that the strategy works. Now, what I have found, but maybe in the coming class I'll dig deep about this. What I have found, since the strategy works, the amount of money exposed is also very important so that it could help you make a lot of money. Does that also make sense? We are now, since I have tested strategy one, I'm looking at another strategy so that the money exposed, the challenge is the challenge I face is that it takes a lot of time to sell. This strategy will not work for you if you don't work on your capital. Can I repeat the statement again? This strategy will work so well when you increase your capital. Okay, so how are you going to increase it? You are going to apply two things in one. You are going to use your skills you have learned here that you apply cycle and one shot. Am I getting you closer? That when you have some time and you're on the market and you find a good coin, you want to maximize it so that it helps you grow your capital. You cannot apply if your capital is very little. You cannot apply. I don't know if no, I don't need to charge because I'm ending the call. You cannot apply only the cycle if your capital is very small. You need to apply both. Give me one if I'm getting clear. You need to apply both if your capital is small. You need to apply one short and cycle at the same time so that when you find a good coin, you maximize. But this should not prevent you from setting up your coins. If they don't buy, it's okay. But the strategy is extremely good. Why? Number one, The strategy never has a lot of floating loss. Number two, the strategy does not need any technical skill. But now look here. Why is the strategy not good if you only because it will take a lot of time for the coins to buy. So if you don't want the coins to take long to buy, then I would advise you come and change. Move away from MACD because MACD delays to buy. Change it to KDJ or RSI. I usually want less than or equal to 50. Go in for KDJ or RSI. That am I creating sense? Because there, your robot will always buy faster. But the KDJ and RSI, in most cases, it has more chances of giving you false signals. That's why you see this floating loss above here. I need it to be clear. You see this floating loss is that when the crossover happens, it is not the perfect moment of the coin. While the MACD will delay to buy, but it will give you a perfect entry in the market. You have understood, give me a yes in the chat. The MACD will delay to buy, but it will give you a perfect entry. Am I trying to bring understand? I'm not charging my phone because I'm ending the call. I have nothing much to teach you. Because when I go to charging, now I will take more time. So in the next class, which will be a little bit slow, we are now going to go into settings. Okay, we can now go into settings and wallet management to create a better understanding. Okay, so on the next, yes, the MACD will give you a perfect entry in the market. You don't need to stop because look here, guys. What happens is that the robot automatically stops. How does it stop? For example, if this coin sells this one, it will get out of the market. And then it will come down here and wait for another entry. Am I making sense? When this one sells, but an XRP, no, maybe I open margin. This coin is not highly volatile. What will happen is that, for example, if this spell sells, it will move out of the market. Then it comes back down here waiting for another entry. That's why you set several. I don't know if I've created sense. So in the next class, I'll talk about how you come and select the coins at once, the list we have talked about. Okay. In the next class, I'll talk about batch setting, how you come here and do batch setting. Okay. You come here and select those coins manually and provide that strategy. 30 coins at once. So in the next class, not now, because now we shall take a lot of time. How you create the strategy, then come and select those coins that you have outlined. You come and take your time, look at those coins, select them independently, and then you provide the strategy at once in the next class. Okay, guys? So you don't need to set one. Once your list is clear, then you are going to sit down. This is not my permanent. You can come up with your own list. I am not saying that my list is the best. I don't want people to cram me. You can also come up with your own list. I hope I'm clear. Give me one in the chat. So in the next class, we shall now see how do I select this list and then provide the setting at once. All right. I provide the setting at once. So If these coins don't have any buying opportunity, it's okay. I can maximize with the same capital on one shot. So in the next class, I'll be talking about at least $250. If you have less capital, the strategy we can look at your capital and come up with a setting, but it needs some good money. It needs some good money to help you win it out. But even if you don't have the money, you can set up a goal and work on your strategy to hit the goal. Okay, and then you say, okay, I want also this to work out for me so that every day I have a guarantee of a certain amount of money I can make on a daily basis. That is not based on me personally participating in trades, all right? But having automated my robot in a simple way that simplifies my trading experience. I'm not even talking about 30 coins, you would come up with 10. You could come up with 5. Am I creating understanding? You could come up with your 5 good coins, with your 10 good coins, with your 3 good coins. I don't know if someone is trying to understand me. So it is not 30. You don't cram because usually me I come. So you could come up with your 2 good coins, and you said these 2 good coins will always be in here. That whenever they provide a good entry, I can always be able let them get in and give me some money without me being on waiting for signal so that I have something that is making perfect entries in the market that doesn't need my presence. It's what I'm teaching. I don't know if someone is able to understand me. It's what I'm teaching. I'm not teaching you must have big capital, you must have a lot of money. I'm teaching ideology. I'm an ideology person. So don't say they said 30. I want you also to understand because look here, guys. The person who has set 30 coins, will they make the same money with the person who has set 2 coins? Let me know. Because there should be that understanding. It will not be the same. The profitability will be different. The chances being created will be different. But the reason why I'm teaching this, okay, on a cycle, is that in our previous systems, all of you will discover that the business was get. For example, I'm here, but the robot is buying. Let me check and see. I've seen some order message. Okay, look here, guys. It has bought BNX. Can you see? How many of you are following? You see BNX, 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 BNX. Now let's check out on BNX. When did it buy? So this one's not bought. So it has bought BNX. Do you see that BNX is in profit? So when it entered the market, so far with my BNX, the goal is to make sure that the coin buys $150 very fast. That's why you see. So your goal is to make sure we are going to discuss this in the next class because my goal is $150 to get in very fast. And so far, if you see return, it has put in 3. So what strategy did it use? You see, it used the KDJ. Are you understand? So once I dedicate my capital, I don't need it to be on the market. So there should be some wallet management skills. That is very important on how you are dedicating your money to the market and find a few coins that you can do with and also apply one shot, which we are going to discuss in details on the next class. I think I have done enough for today to try to explain. I wish you all the best. In the next class, I'll go into details, and it doesn't require you to have any skill. It just requires you to understand how indicators work, right? And then apply the strategy. then apply the strategy to the coin. So in the next class, I'll dive deep into wallet management and margin calls and strategy. God bless you. Love you all. Have a good day. So someone is still asking about now. You basically come up like, for example, I am breaking all my projects to focus on this. I have put standstill to all my projects. And look here, guys. I have come up with an analogy and say, okay, now the strategy works because the market's not good. The strategy works and doesn't bring a lot of floating loss with zero skill. Okay. So if I trade, let me say 30 coins, and maybe not all of them profit, but let me say 15 of them maybe each can give me $2 a day. I have a guarantee of $30. Okay. Just to say, but when the market is very bad, but when the market is very good, these 30 coins, each coin of them, because all the coins I've traded, each coin has given me money. Each coin can give you $10, and that is $300 a day. $300 a day. And it is possible. And basically, every day could be a profitable day. I've tested it, not using so much money, but I see with zero skills, but just applying indicators, it is not all much profitable, but I see it works. I don't know if that makes sense. It works. I don't know even why I'm not trading STPT, but it works. It's like it gives you that ability to be financially okay, but without too much floating loss, which I'm trying to talk about right now. And once a coin gets in, it may not get out immediately, but it does not have a huge floating ability with zero skills. Then you add on one shot to help you maximize. Okay. So attend the next class if at all you have not yet understood, so that you understood. You may not have the capital, but you may start building. Someone who's working towards a goal is different from someone who's just working. Does that bring sense to somebody? That someone who's working towards a goal, you are working towards a goal, is different from someone who just trading. You are trading towards a goal. You are doing something towards something. Usually the approach to the business is usually different. So you are not chasing money. Now you can make the money. You are now chasing the freedom that comes with the money. So people are asking me, capital, capital, capital. You need to work on your mindset first. Okay. You need to work on your mindset first and understand. So when you understand, then you can say, I have my command. It is like this. This is how I will use it. See you on the next call. Love you all. Have a good day. This does not kill our previous trainings. They can still apply. So choose where you belong. I don't force you to. So we teach so many things. Find what works for you. All right? Thank you.